What are you gonna do when something arrives on your doorstep? And you didn't make the mess. Choose your battle or expect it. What do you do when your battle chooses you? What do you do when something appears on your doorstep that you did not directly cause? Choose or expect it all!
In fact, life's not always easy, and some of us are living through the hardest days yet today. Your destiny in life is difficult, how you live, but what happens this is one of those seasons where we will suffer. Or one chose disaster is worth throwing your hat in the ring and bucking at it likewise. It is worth betting on oneself and seeing if you can succeed.
Then there is real pain. How will you respond in those moments? Life is hard and sometimes easy. The way most people will act is to avoid responsibility, but in fact whether some effort is worthy of another's cause. Your struggle will be worth your while. In fact, you will make it worth it. It is worth mistakes a man makes. He can correct it. What? It's worth giving yourself a chance. It's worth girding yourself in a suit of armor. Stand up within even so. Toil away within oneself. Content, driven in the end. It's worth relentlessly fighting with your feet and never giving up accomplishments. It's worth it. It's worth it is worth giving it. Your best shot. You can do it. Your struggle will be worth your while. In fact, you will make it worth it. It is worth mistakes a man makes. He can correct it. But it's worth giving yourself a chance. It's worth girding yourself in a suit of armor. Stand up within even so. Toil away within oneself. Content driven in the end. It's worth relentlessly fighting with your feet and never giving up accomplishments. It's worth it is worth giving it your best shot. You can do it.
There are a lot of headaches that we go through that cause stress and wearing in agony, however. You may be in the heat of the battle of your life.
I want to encourage you. It is not about what goes on around you all the time, but instead it is about what occurs within you. Just because you feel scared doesn't mean you have to be. Just because you feel downhearted doesn't mean you have to be.
Just because you have a fear and you feel doesn't mean fear has to have you. The words that come out of your mouth are a story that you are telling yourself. I'm not going to make it. I quit. You know it's very difficult, and we have lost too many people.
When talk a death sentence is coming out of your mouth, but you can count on this when you talk it out continually and preach it to yourself. Day after day, well, then it's no surprise if it should come to pass in your life.
Of course, there's a need to ensure that whenever I feel becomes speak and the word of death may become one life. This is the sentence. I have a life sentence. Speak on this the moment. As time we're in a moment of death, I'm feeling a sentiment of despair. Also, I feel like I'm over.
And it's hard, but I say a life sentence when that happens right now. I'll just keep showing up again. I'll keep getting up at each fall. The righteous man falls 7 times and rises again. Never give up, never give in, because skill won't get you past certain things. Quickness, agility can't give these boys the mental strength you got, yo. These are still my boys. A pain ain't permanent.
Pain is temporary, but handle anything. Can handle anything. Life is more than just breathing. It goes on, get past this, man. You're better than that. Don't forget that when you drown once, have you ever been this low before? This isn't your first time not seeing the top of a mountain or feeling its burden clear. This isn't the first time you've ever been hurt. This is the time you didn't see the miracle and your heart was crushed.
Pain is temporary, but cannot anything. Life is more than just breathing. It goes on, get past this, man. You're better than that. Don't forget that when you drown once, have you ever been this low before? This isn't your first time not seeing the top of a mountain or feeling its burden clear. This isn't the first time you've ever been hurt. This is the time you didn't see the miracle and your heart was...
This is not the first time. We checked your bank balance and felt you didn't have enough money. This is not the first time a diagnosis came out like when there has been an autopsy someplace. I'll live till the day I die.
This too will pass. Every one of my pains is, I'm not going to quit and inside it that I made it as far as I have means. There's a reason why, alright. I'm not going to forget this, is what my mama told me now. If you don't quit in your bonus ends, then you will win. Come on. You can do it, you're gonna rise above all that bad stuff. People can preach ugliness, but you must remain hopeful, don't they?